Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button right now for your boy. We greatly appreciate y'all. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you have, hit the notification button. That's right, when I post it, you get it. It's your host, F. Merritt. Oh, man, here we go. Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis. Jake Paul had a press conference with Chavez Jr. the other day, and he was asked some questions by the media about the potential Gervonta Davis fight if he gets past Chavez Jr. and if Gervonta Davis handles his business in the rematch with Lamont Roach. And you know what? Jake Paul kind of, revealed the rules and the weight. Because, obviously it's going to be a big weight situation. And he revealed that it's going to be, 190, 195 limit for Jake Paul, 10 3-minute rounds, exhibition bout, and no restrictions. What is it? No restrictions on the rules, same as pro. Cool. So, listen, it's going to be another... Some people are going to call it a clown show. Some people are going to call it a spectacle. Honestly... I don't even, listen, if it makes money, it makes sense, right? It is what it is. If this fight actually happens, it is what it is. Jake Paul and Tank, they've been saying stuff back and forth on Twitter for a couple of years. Jake Paul's all about spectacles. His last spectacle was against Iron Mike Tyson. An older Iron Mike Tyson. Now he would go up, he would he would take on a smaller fighter in Gervonta Davis. I don't know. I think they would spice it up with the press conference, talking trash to each other to get the public interested. I think it would be an even bigger event if both guys, handled their business first and devastating knockouts over Chavez and Lamont Roach. That would set it up for a perfect picture-perfect spectacle type of situation. I see this fight being in Vegas. Two different fan bases coming together, so they're gonna make some money, but as far as the fight is concerned, obviously Jake Paul's too big for Tank. But skill-wise, Tank obviously has more skills than Jake Paul, but I don't know how this would play out. I don't even know if the fans actually care or want this fight, honestly. It's a lot of opportunities for Jake Paul. He can go after the Tommy Fury rematch, which he says he still wants that. People have been wanting him, Jake Paul and KSI to fight each other for a while. And KSI, I think he had some situations with his hands or whatever. He has his own things going on over there on the zone with misfits and stuff like that. So, Jake Paul is another big money grab, another phenomenal opportunity for MVP Promotions to stack this money up. They got the fighters, they have a good stable, so the undercard is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be a great fight. Tank, obviously, he's got to handle his business against Lamont Roach in the rematch. That first fight, ooh, buddy, that was them boys was going at it. So Gervonta Davis, his fan base, taking on Jake Paul. I don't know how this goes. Honestly, like I say, both guys are all about making this money. They can come together. Yeah, it's gonna be trash talking, all that stuff, but at the end of the day, if it makes money, it makes sense. So it's beneficial in all parties. I don't know how the fans would feel about it. It is what it is. But if the fight happens, and like I said, if both parties handle their business, I think it would be another cash grab for Jake Paul and MVP Promotions and Gervonta Davis and all parties involved, man. It is what it is. All the fighters on the undercard would get a lot of shine on them to go in there and handle their business and get the promotion that they need and want. So hey, it's beneficial for the sport of boxing. So that's all we need to be thinking about as far as these massive big spectacle type of fights. It is what it is. It helps the sport grow. So, listen, you can't just hate on everything, ladies and gentlemen, as much as these boxing fans want to do. Can't hate on everything. You got to tell both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? So, Jake Paul has revealed the weight, the rules. It is what it is. Let me know how you guys feel about that situation. Now, it's rumors going around in the sport of boxing that Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney is the next fight to make. Both guys coming off of victories over in Times Square just recently, a couple weeks ago. For Devin Haney, he handled his business against Ramirez easily. He was just out there boxing, coasting, handling his business, didn't take any type of damage. I don't even think he got hit with more than 5 or 6 punches, let's be honest. But he dominated the fight, scored, boxed, and walked up out of there easily. Teofimo Lopez, he had a phenomenal performance against Barbosa. You got to give him his credit. He handled his business. He had the best performance out of everybody on the card. So, I mean, hey, after those fights, Teofimo Lopez has been on a rampage, been coming out saying that he wants to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. Jaron Boots Ennis this, that's the only fight he wants, blah, 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 blah. And allegedly, from what rumors are, people saying, allegedly Jaron Boots Ennis is kind of focused somewhere else on doing what he wants to do. He's been trying to get the Brian Norman fight. He's, maybe he's going to take a mandatory fight and then revisit the Teo fight, but we don't know what he's going to do. But according to Bill Haney, he says that Turki Al-Sheikh wants the Devin Haney and the Teofimo Lopez fight. So hey, I'm all for it. I like it. This is all alleged, but I like this fight. I think this fight obviously was supposed to happen a couple years ago. Teofimo Lopez has been looking phenomenal. He's been consistent since the Kambosos loss, which I think he still can go back and get that victory over Kambosos. I believe he can handle his business with that one in the rematch. Devin Haney, he's been coasting. He had a little bit of trouble with Ryan Garcia. We all thought that rematch was going to happen, but due to the fact that Ryan Garcia just lost to Rolly, we don't know what type of mind frame or mind state that mental state that Ryan Garcia is in. So hey, maybe that rematch isn't happening. But it is what it is with that situation. So, hey, you know what? Let's make another big fight. Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez. We could put that fight in Vegas. We can put it at Madison Square Garden. We could put it at the Barclays. I guarantee you it will sell out. I like this fight. And I think the trash talk is going to be phenomenal. I'm going to say it again. The trash talk will be phenomenal. And both guys are going to show up to fight. Now, I want a small ring. I'm going to let you know that right now. I want a small ring. Ain't none of that running crap. None of that crap. Because I guarantee the fans and that's not coming from me, but the fans are definitely going to be saying, oh, he's going to run. No. We're going to make sure that ring is small. Y'all going to fight. Toe-to-toe. Ain't no excuses. Y'all are going to fight. I like this fight. So if we can't get Jaron Boots Ennis for Teofimo Lopez, I want Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Barclays Center, or Madison Square Garden. Hell, take it to Vegas. I don't care what you do. Make the fight happen. It is what it is. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Who do you got winning that fight? Do you got Teofimo defeating Devin Haney? Do you got Devin Haney outboxing and beating up Teofimo Lopez? Let me know how you guys feel about that. Moving along, we got Agit Kabayel turning down a Klitschko fight. Okay. Wladimir Klitschko, he was, I think he's 49 now. I don't know why all of these old guys either can't let it go or there's super big money being thrown at these old guys like a Manny Pacquiao about to take on Barrios and coming out of retirement to fight these young guys. Like, yo, let it go. Let it be done. You had your time. You had your spotlight. You were world champions. You are a all-time great. I don't need to see Wladimir Klitschko back in the game again. You're 49 years old. You haven't been in the ring since, 2019 when you took a loss to Anthony Joshua. And, it was a great fight. Great fight. You dropped Joshua. I think that's where we really start to see the holes in Anthony Joshua's game because Klitschko really exposed him. Klitschko did get dropped like 3 times and lost that fight. But listen, you're 49. Agit Kabayel, according to IFL and the link in IFL TV, salute to them. But there's also a link in the description backing up and saying exactly what he said. He turned the fight down. Now, he also said that, hey, I had to make a decision if I want to get, take the big money that they're offering me or go after the world, become a world champion. And I think he's still kind of weighing his options and stuff like that because I do believe he is the WBC interim champion. And he's not next in line for a title shot because I think Joseph Parker is next in line for a title shot. He's going to get the winner of Dan Dubois and Usyk in their rematch for, is it Undisputed? I believe that's Undisputed again. But, yeah, so Joseph Parker's going to go first. And in the meantime, Agit Kabayel, he's got to wait. Now, listen, shoot, maybe this is a negotiation tactic to make them, throw a little bit more cheese out there, you know what I'm saying? But if it's not, I totally understand. You want to be world champion. The things that this man, Agit Kabayel, just did to Zhang was beautiful. So let's keep the momentum going, man. If you can beat a Klitschko and get the major payday and still, keep you busy, and you get the winner out of Joseph Parker, whoever wins out of that or whatever. Next, cool, great, make it happen. But hey, to keep the purity of the sport and not having it a clown show, I totally understand, man. So salute to Agit. You don't want to, you probably don't want to beat up a Klitschko, man. Like, he had his, he's a legend. He's had his time in the shine. You don't need to do that. It is what it is. But because I think the risk is a high risk, low reward. You lose to Klitschko, oh man, everything you work for is down the drain. If you win, you get to move on. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm out.